What if there was a way for you to make either some side income, or possibly even do this full time by making $500 plus a day? Just think about it. If you were able to profit and take an income home on a daily basis of $500 per day, okay, that would give you about $2,500 per week, a minimum of about 10 grand, $10,000 a month. Very good income to where you can make over $120,000 a year, just depending. Okay. Now, I'm not saying this is guaranteed. All right. But if you understand a simple strategy, which I'm going to talk about today, surrounding order blocks. Some of you may call them supply and demand zones. The same thing. But there is a step-by-step procedure or method to the madness, which I'm going to share with you today. And this step-by-step guide is how-to guide on how to actually identify these order blocks and trade the same way that I do. All right. If you're someone that's not part of the Discord community, look, you can become part of or a community member by going down to the description portion of the video. Click on the Discord link and join us free. Come over and join us on the trading floor, which is a channel on the Discord server. And that's where I post my trades as well as other other fellow traders as well. Okay. Now I will talk about a private community to where I really go into depth about the trading strategy, to where I break down the same trades that I post over on the Discord. I will break them down in detail within that private community so you can understand every trade that I take pretty much within a series of video content. It's very valuable information. It basically covers the cornerstone, the blueprint to how I trade. I'll talk about that towards the end of today's video. But this is a very simple trading strategy in which you can make $500 plus a day if you know the strategy, you spend time with it and understand it. I mean, mastering it. Now, the number one concept that everyone needs to really understand is market structure. Now, I'm going to use the gold futures, which is GC. It works across, the equities like the NASDAQ, the E-mini S&P 500, the micros, currencies, financials, whatever you like to trade when it comes to future contracts and trading during the New York Stock Exchange time. And you don't have to just trade that session. You can trade the Asian session. You can trade the London sessions. Whatever it is, this is a very good strategy to use, all surrounding basically supply and demand or order blocks. Okay. Now, number one, you always got to start with the higher base chart. All right. And you want to depict which way the market is moving. Now, today and prior to in the last several weeks, the gold future markets have been trending to the upside. That's what you want to identify is the trend. Just two simple things. Are we bullish to the upside trending or bearish to the upside trending? Now, if I look here at gold, I can simply see that we are constantly breaking structure to the upside. We had a nice pullback here before going up to the upside and breaking this major area structure or high to the upside. All right. From there, we kept pushing to the upside. I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Pushing to the upside, breaking structure, as you can see. Then we had another pullback here and then we follow through. So basically the market reversed from the tops right here to where we had this reversal situation right here, the downside. And then what happens there, we make a low here. The market then starts making, as you can see, breaking structure higher. All right, so we start to break structure. We got to push up, pull back. We didn't break below this low. Well, let's see here. I'm blow this up a little bit. We may have swiped right below or tick to tick. Pretty much tick to tick, but it is not a break and close below that area. They just grab liquidity before pushing back up, breaking more structure back to the upside. So now we are breaking structure higher. And then when we are breaking structure, say, for example, back to the upside, all right? And all our breaking structure is where the market is taking out swing highs as it's moving higher, okay? So we got to push up, pull back, okay? Makes a high, pulls back, break structure above that high right there. We pull back to this valid area of demand. Now, that's the thing. Once we start breaking structure higher, we're now bullish to the upside. I'm marking up my higher base zones to identify in this case here because we're moving higher. Say, for example, a bullish demand or order block. So this is a order block here in which I will mark up off the higher base chart to start with, okay? Now, once I've done that and I see that we're breaking structure higher, I'll wait or I'll move down to my lower base chart to identify this zone on the pullback. So if we do that, you'll see as the market's pulling back right here, which I just showed you on the higher base chart, this is what it looks like on the higher base. This is what it looks like on the lower base as the market's retracing back to the zone. And that's what we do. You can scale down or move down to whatever chart, which is your entry chart to take a trade from. So this is my 12 range chart. When I'm trading gold futures, I'm using the 60 range as a higher base and a 12 range as my lower base NASDAQ, 120 as my higher base chart, range chart, and scaling down to a 24 range chart. Now, on go, we're down here. We tap into the higher base demand zone, okay? Like I said, mark up the higher base charts first. This is called multi-chart confluence. I'm using top-down analysis to get into a trade off my lower base chart, but following and trying to, I'm marking up, first and foremost, marking up the zones off my higher base chart, okay? Because they hold more weight than when you start scaling down to lower base charts. When you start moving down, further and further down your charts, the market price action gets a whole lot more choppier. You want to look for or mark up the zones from a higher base chart because you're going to be able to identify, larger zones. And that's what we're looking for, because those zones are going to hold versus all those smaller little price action demand, supply and demand zones. Now, as the market pulls back to the zone right here and taps into it, all I'm looking for basically, okay, I say, well, I see where the market is swinging lower, okay? So on the lower base chart, even though we could have a bullish run to the upside on the higher base, we can start to look very bearish on a lower base chart. And that happens because there's a difference of looking at a higher chart versus a lower chart. The lower chart can look completely different, okay? So it can look bearish in comparison or looking at the actual higher base chart, which is, very bullish. So we got a bearish move to the downside on lower base. But to me, we are breaking structure higher on the higher base chart. So this is the higher base zone. The market's retracing to it. This is the swing that comes into the actual zone right here, okay? So I'm looking for some type of reaction back at the zone where the market fills in that imbalance resting at the zone. What I'll tend to do is look for where the market is showing me either a structural break to the upside, okay, meaning we're breaking structure higher and looking for a pullback to a newly formed area, say, of demand to take the trade in the same direction as the higher base chart. Or I'll look for a bullish move to the upside where it creates its first area of the demand. So we got a push up, a pullback. There's a little demand zone the market creates, a aggressive buying to the upside, okay? And as it's doing that, it's filling these gaps back to the upside here. So this is the last swing where the market made before it came down and tapped the actual higher base demand zone. So I want to see the imbalances fill back to the upside, okay? Off that last swing where it came down and tapped into the zone. When it does that and pushes higher, remember what I said? There's a demand zone resting right here. This is the origination point or the demand area that was created where the market rejected back at the original zone. And it created this demand zone, pushed up, pulled back, and then pushed higher to fill these imbalances back to this swing right here to the left-hand side of the chart. Now, we filled everything pushing higher, where the swing was right here that came down into the demand zone on the move back to the upside. So the market comes back down, as you can see here, all right? And it basically taps back into that original area of demand, that demand zone where the market rejected and pushed back to the upside. Comes back. Once I get the rejection and all basically the gaps I see to the left-hand side of the chart are filled in, get the rejection, I'll look for an opportunity to go long, all right? So my stop loss always goes back below the area in which the market pull back and the rejection point back to an area of demand. Like this is a demand area right here, okay? It went up, filled the imbalances here, came back, tapped into the area of demand on the lower base chart. So that's what we're looking for. A higher base demand zone we mark up first. That's going to be our go-to zone and waiting patiently for the market to retrace to it. Then when we get to, say, for example, the first area of demand where it's filling the gaps off the swing that came down and tap the zone, coming to the downside. Once we get that fill back to the upside and we created a demand zone here, I'm looking for the market to come back down and fill the imbalances back to that area of demand, which is right here. When it comes back to the zone, I'm looking for rejection. I can mark up the zone here off the lower base chart. It comes back, it fills the imbalances coming back down to the downside. When it does that, I'm looking for rejection to take the market back to the upside. Where? To fill the imbalances that it made, retracing back to the demand zone, okay? Back to the demand zone on the lower base chart to then reject, fill the imbalances here, take out that high right there, and it's possibly going to run higher and fill some areas back to the upside here because all these areas of imbalances, when it made the move to the upside in between these candles, have already been filled. So when it comes back down and we get the rejection back at where everything started at, the demand zone resting right here, it's going to go back higher, fill these imbalances, take out that high and look for higher areas above, okay? With hopes that we go to the upside, excuse me, and take out this high right here because this is a clean retracement to the zone here. No structure being created to the downside, in which, which will actually possibly hold or cause the market to want to, bounce and maybe push down to the downside. No, we got a clean retracement back to the zone here. More than likely, it's going to take out that high right there, and that's exactly what it does. This is what it looks like on the pullback, coming back lower, okay, on the lower base chart. And if you notice, look what it did. Rejection in this area right here, pushes up, and then it eventually goes up and takes out that high, which is that high, all right, from the higher base chart right there. So again, we're looking at the higher base chart to figure out the bullish direction or bearish direction first. Which way are we actually trending? Then we mark up the higher base chart, the zone with the supply or demand or the order block, okay? And then from there, we're just waiting for the market to retrace back to that zone from the higher base chart, looking for, rejection to where it's going to go up and fill the imbalances back to that last swing off the lower base chart and filled in or tap the higher base zone and fill in the imbalances back to the upside there. So this is right here, rejection. It filled the gap back to the zone or the order block zone, and then, which is the demand zone, and then it fills the gaps going back up to that swing that pushed the market coming down to the downside, which tapped that zone. Then we create this demand area here on the lower base chart. Just wait for it to go up, fill the gaps here to the left, come back, fill any imbalances, come back down to the downside to the newly formed demand zone on the lower base chart. Look for rejection to go long. Stop loss goes on the back end here at 49.27. Always give myself at least 10 points. I'm sorry, not 10 points. 1 point, which is 10 ticks on go. And then I'll aim for the imbalances to be filled back right here and to take out that high there, and then possibly to infill some more imbalances to the left hand side of the chart. Okay, in this case here, because we got a clean slate looking at the higher base chart back down to the downside. All right, on gold, I'll look for possibly that high to be ran as well. This is all a very simple strategy, guys. I'm telling you, making $500 a day, especially trading the mini versions of the future contracts, like the mini S&P 500 or the mini NASDAQ futures or the mini GC, which is gold, you could do so. Now, trading the micros could be a little bit harder, but it's all based and dependent upon how many contracts are you trading. An equivalence of, I'll say this right now, one mini contract, which is, say, for example, one E-mini, say, gold futures, or one E-mini NASDAQ future contract is equivalent to, say, basically 10 contracts on the micros, okay? So 10 micro contracts is equivalent to one mini standard contract when it comes to trading, the future markets, all right? But this is just basically a rundown, a how-to guide to share with you the strategy and how I trade surrounding order blocks or supply and demand zones, and it's telling you that you can do this and become profitable and maybe, either make some side income, maybe position yourself to when you want to do this full time, and possibly even maybe down the road, stepping back from your full-time 9-to-5 job, possibly even quit it and make a future out of this, make a business out of trading futures. Okay. I do it. Other people or traders you see that do this as well. There are people that are part of the Discord community that have, they're leaving testimonials, and using the same strategy, and it's making them money. Some of them trading prop firms, some of them trading with their own live funded account. Now, if you're interested in understanding more about the strategy to where you receive like my trade breakdowns, because I believe people are more visual than learners than anything. So, how when we grew up as a kid and you're in class and you're learning because your teacher's writing on the chalkboard or smart boards, whatever they're using today. We are visual learners as beings. So more so than just picking up a textbook and reading. Now, nothing wrong with doing that, but being able to understand something visually and apply it is easier than having to figure it out and reading it yourself. So that's why I provided that valuable information surrounding so much trading material within that private community of the elite and the ultra elite supporters. If you're interested, that's where I go into the strategy as a whole and breaking down trade examples that I have, same trades that I posted over in the Discord that I've taken. I'll break them down in great detail so you understand top-down analysis in reference to the structure I'm looking at before I'm taking these trades, why I took the trades, stop loss placement, break profit target areas, just walking you through things in reference to the strategy as a whole and how I apply it to each one of the trades that I actually take. So if you're interested in becoming an elite supporter of the channel, which is part of that private community, and gaining access to all that valuable video content, you receive all my trade breakdown videos, the video playlist, and a great video surrounding market structure. That market structure video is very important, especially if you're struggling with that concept. Now, outside of that, let's say you want to become an ultra elite supporter. Now let's go back to the elite side, okay? If you want to become an elite supporter, it is only $6.99 a month. That's it. Very inexpensive. I don't have a trading course or a mentorship program. I supply or provide you with, not say supply, provide you with all this valuable content that should help you and could help you along your trading journey. I'm serious when I say that, okay? I can't guarantee or make any guarantees to anyone out there because everyone's perspective of how they look at and read the market can be different. You may have, tried to learn so many different strategies, and please do this. Please don't do this, what I'm going to say next. Try to merge a bunch of different things together. Use one strategy, simplistic, the same way I do. I make things very simple. I don't try to make it complex. Use something that works and stick with that, okay? So again, I can't guarantee anything to anyone out there, but I can tell you this: if you spend time studying and understanding the concept and applying it when you're back testing and forward testing a strategy for yourself, then hopefully it works for you. It should, because it's working for other individuals that are part of the community, all right? Because they've left testimonials, and you can see them testimonials from traders that are part of the Discord community, okay? Now, it's only $6.99 a month, which breaks down to be like 24 cents a day. If you're interested, very inexpensive way to grasp or to possibly learn a strategy that could work for you. If you want to become an Ultra Elite supporter, you receive everything I mentioned, plus my live recorded trading session videos. These are recorded videos that where I record my sessions, and I'm basically talking to you as I'm looking at the market, I'm discussing top-down analysis. You see me actually engage in the trades that I actually take, and I'm breaking down the trades for you, basically in real time during the session that I'm actually taking them, and then I record that video, post it for the Ultra Elite supporters. So the Ultra Elite supporters receive a little bit more, but it's $14.99 a month for anyone that's interested. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate everyone that is a subscriber to the channel, that's a member and part of the Discord community. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, it's the first link down below. If you're interested in becoming an Elite or an Ultra Elite supporter, it's the second link down in the description portion of the video. Click that. Once you do so, you'll see a few tiers pop up. Choose either the Elite or the Ultra Elite tier. You'll see the perks and rewards that you receive for each tier, plus the price point as well, okay? But that's all I have. If you haven't taken time to subscribe while watching today's video, please go ahead and click that sub button now down below. Make sure to turn your post notifications on by clicking the bell so you don't miss any of the uploaded content. And last but not least, if you could do me the biggest favor right now, before you click off the video, drop a like on the video by clicking that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it. Take care. I'll see everyone in the next one.